Would the equivalent of a first-class ticket today be, roughly?
In today's money, it would be well over $100,000, you know, for what was going to be a 5-day voyage. So pretty expensive. First of all, you would have to pack for the trip because every meal was an event. I mean, and there were different outfits for everything. For a lady, forget about it. You'd have to have like steamer trunks and Sherpas carrying this stuff. This is a millionaire's suite. That's why you see this blue and white gold demi-tasse cup. The separation of classes is a major part of this story. It's particularly when you compare the size of the first class with the size of the third class. It's very prevalent here in this room.
Now, this room is very recognizable, isn't it?
Yeah, well, of course, besides being the movie Titanic, where Rose met Jack on this famous place, it was also the center of first-class life on the Titanic herself. This is where I would say to you, oh, I'll meet you at 7:30 for dinner, and we'd walk through these doors into the dining room.
Yes, what you see. Iceberg, right ahead!
This is 0 degrees. So hold your hand there and see how long you can. The
It's
water,
really cold.
Oh yeah, it's ice. The water in the North Atlantic that night was 2 degrees below 0.
You get a sense of being in that water. It hurts.
It hurts, right? And there was the reason they hit this iceberg is because, we have all these stars, is because there was no moon that night. And with the moon, you have the water lapping on the iceberg, and there were no binoculars in the crow's nest.
Tom, you were one of the few people that actually has dived down to see the Titanic.
Yeah, more people have been to space than been to Titanic, so I was very lucky. Here we've recreated the debris field around the Titanic, and this is what the dishes and the pieces look like scattered around the ocean floor.
What is it like being down there? Can you sort of paint a picture?
I can't do it in 5 words. I mean, it's every emotion, fear, it's amazing.
Goodbye, Mother.
I'm a big fan of the movie, so this is a bit of a treat seeing the costumes from the original Titanic film.
You've got 3 costumes from Rose and Jack, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, shoes, outfits. This is the dress that was worn in The Sinking. If you have a choice of any movie item that you might have from this film, I think there's one that we all would agree on, is the Heart of the Ocean. And so this is one of the many Hearts of the Ocean that was made for the film.
This is where we first met.
Obviously, Rose and Jack's story isn't real, is it?
No, it's not a real story, but it was inspired by real passengers on the ship. And of course, everybody remembers the drawing that Jack did of Rose.
Yes, it is beautiful.
With her Heart of the Ocean.
The movie is so iconic.
Yeah.
It's turning 20 this year. Why do you think people love it so much?
It's just the perfect story. James Cameron did an incredible job, impeccably researched, an incredible amount of money spent on the movie itself. Crazy over budget, everybody doubted it, and it was never going to work, and then one of the most successful films of all time still.
Now, joining me in the chat room today is Brett McLeod and Kate Cox.